Hello everybody, this is Yusling back with some amazing TA. Um, I have found a few different ratios to look at when looking at gold and silver, but then I think it's more or less the same as yesterday. It was kind of I think it is an interesting day actually, what has happened, even though the percentage gains or losses is not that big. So let's go through it very quickly. Okay, the dollar. Uh, I just want to show you something. Let's go to the 4 hourly. Because yesterday we talked about we went back to this long-term 5 or 6 year red trend line, got rejected, right? And now we're going back in again and got rejected once again. So this long-term red trend line, as we know, going all the way across here, is just very, very, very important. I cannot stress that enough. So as long as we are below negative for the dollar, above, if we were to get, let's do the 8 hour here. So if we were to get a break here, which it looks like we will, right? Then we will definitely pop up from this channel right here. Retest probably and then resume again. But if we cannot break it now and get below these levels right here, then I think we will go for the green one as we talked about, the blue and then the green one, and then we will see. But this is the final level for the dollar. If 100.8, that is the level to look for. Nothing more, nothing less. So, but we could have one big bounce here on the short term for the next 5 weeks or so. And I think we will get this confirmation regarding breaking up or down this week. So tomorrow or latest that Friday. So very interesting to see. Very interesting to see what's happening there. Silver, I did do a what's it called, a fresh chart, and added the major trend lines to me right now where we are. Going to the daily, I have added this one here, which is a resistance. What do you call it? Channel where we have the lows here connecting this one here, and the highs, the ultimate highs. So this is the final breakout for the silver, which means 26 right here. That is the level to look for. So when we get back above 26, it's game on for silver. But until then, I do think, as we've talked about for the past week, that we are to get some sort of retest down to the 24 right here at some point. This golden or the dotted one, I think we will get down here 24, maybe even as low as 23.6. So I think, and that's perfectly healthy. Just remember, nothing goes straight up, and this is one line that goes straight up. Um, so getting a retracement down to the 0.618 fib is totally perfect, totally fine, totally healthy. So yeah, silver looking very good. We just need the final green light to turn on here, getting above 26. And then we should be in for a run quickly to the 30, as you can see here. And then later on, we have, the 36, which, I have posted many times on Twitter. 36 will be the target for this bad boy right here. If you do the measured move, it's 36. So there are more layers that is telling us that once we resolve above 26, we will get to 36 in this leg up for 2023. Okay, gold, nothing much. I cleaned up a bit here. I have the highs, and then I have this uptrend channel, and yeah, let's see what happens. Right now, we're just, you know, doing some back and forth here, so not much to say. Let's have a look at palladium. As mentioned yesterday, we did a big move above this golden trend line, right? And I said I want to stay here for like a week, and right now we're just pulling back a bit. Let's go to the 1 hourly. What happens? Okay, as you can see, we still need to go down to the 1560, as mentioned, the most important level for palladium, and then we need to hold. So let's watch the next few days. Again, if the dollar gets stronger, then probably this will not hold, but we have to wait and see. Oh yes, platinum is actually doing something very bullish right now. Just like on silver with the 26 level, the 1110 level for platinum is the last thing I need to become really bullish on this setup here. You have the peak white, flag, and then you have the internals, the goldens, and both are broken, which is very good. And now we simply need to make a weekly close above this high here, right? So then we will have a higher high, lower low, higher low, sorry, and then we will go in for the next higher high. So look for this level, 1110 in my book is the level to look for. And when this one gets resolved, we can do a measured move, right? We have the low here in March 2020, the high, and then the big low here. So this should bring us to, uh, let's call it 1,600 more or less, just below, somewhere in start of 2024. So massive moves ahead of platinum if we can break this one. But for now, I love it. Platinum looks really good, really, really good. And now to something that looks like it's struggling. It is really struggling. I posted on Twitter today that I think this is where we need to bounce for the uranium mines. We need to see some big green candles like we saw here, 4 days in a row, 4 days in a row more or less. We need to see it right here, because if we cannot find some buyers here, then I think we'll just roll over, get below the green one, and then as you can see, the green one is a major support, and then I think we will go, yes, unfortunately, all the way down here at around 20. Maybe even lower if you want to fill that gap here. So 17 is the lowest, I think. But still, it's a huge move, and yeah, that would definitely suck in the short term. But we can do the measured move here to see where we will end up going. As you can see, the 100% measured move from this pole, then you have the flag, yes, is around 21.5. So my level at around 20 makes sense with some overperformance, and it's a 33% drop in the minus. But to me, that should also be the low, the major low, because then you have one here, you have the two, and then you get the three. And remember, you very often get three spikes to the upside or the downside, right? So you have the one, two, and then you get the three. So if we were to get the scenario going back down to around 20, in my book, it's an amazing buying opportunity if you missed this move, from over here. I got long just around here in this setup right here. And if you can, this one at around 14. So if you then 3 years later, more or less, can buy it at 20, to me, I mean, that's an amazing buying opportunity. Again, it's not financial advice. I'm just saying what I think and what I would be doing if we were to get here. Then I will definitely buy a lot more uranium miners that I have right now. But until then, I hold. This one, nothing much happened. The XPI, let's just skip that one. As you can see, this one is still the one that I'm looking at a lot. We have the Tesla earnings today. Sorry, I said yesterday that we would have the Tesla yesterday, the earnings, but it is actually today. So my bad. I apologize big time on that one. As you can see here, it's decision time, right? Either we break down or we will have a huge spike where a lot of shorts will get caught off guard. Trust me on this one. But again, this is bearish for now. It's very bearish, and I think the outcome of the Tesla earnings and how the markets reacts will define this move right here. So yeah. Oh yes, Natgas. I have been waiting to show you this one, because look at this, right? If you have followed me for my time here on YouTube and also on Twitter, that this was my major level on the short term, the red one. Let's make it golden because now it's broken. And as you saw here, we broke out. I was very excited, and then we have now what? We have the back test. And this is where many people are buying. They wait for the breakout and say, all right, we have the breakout of this very big support and resistance trend line, and then they go in and buy on the retest, and then they have the stop losses below. And the reason why, if we get a failed backtest or retest here, what often happens is you get a flush, right? Because everyone has placed their stop losses just right below. And if everyone is selling here, then you get a flush down, right? So you don't want to see, it starts to getting below here, because then I think, depending on where the stops are, that we could see some very short downward pressure here. So, but still, for now, it's all pure technical breakout, retest, and hopefully resumption, yeah, because that's what you want to see. So nat gas here, if we get the resumption, I think we will go to around 3, as mentioned, depending on where you want to be, but where you want to look at it. But we will probably go to something like this, and I think we'll be somewhere in the middle, the golden trend line coming across here. So that's how I see it if we get the resumption. So yeah, okay. The gold is this is a ratio. Well, everything is a ratio, but this is a ratio where we'll measure gold to the M2 money supply. So let's zoom out here a bit. I posted this one as well. This I'll just spend a bit more time than I normally do on the charts, but I think it's well worth it for you guys. This is the 2011 high for gold, and then we have this is the July 2020, where we also had the this is roughly $2,100 gold, roughly, right? And this is the same. But look, compared to the M2 money supply, even though gold is the same, the outperformance, or the underperformance rather, against M2 money supply is just insane, right? Because so this is the how to say it. This is how much more money that has been printed in this time period here to here, and gold still hit the same level, right? So gold has underperformed the money printing by 44%, meaning that this breakout right here could indicate that gold is now finally starting to outperform the money printing, and this is exactly what you want to see for a gold bull market. You can look back, 60 years. It is the exact same. Gold want to outperform the money printing. That's very, very important. And yeah, if we just skew the line a bit down here, so we get all 3 tops right, we have the breakout, retest, as we saw before, and now resumption. So right now, this is telling me that gold at some point will break or at least test again, the $2,100 level, or what is it? What is it exactly? 2070, whatever, but you know what I mean. We will test the all-time high again, and if this still were to outperform, we ought to break that high. It is as simple as that. And I think when we break the all-time high, I think we should be looking at this red resistance here, because I think when that breaks, that will also be the time on the gold chart where we break out to all-time highs. That's just my thesis. So let's keep looking at that. I think it's very interesting to see that gold is outperforming here, and we went all the way into the apex, right? All the way into the apex, and then we broke out. Very powerful, very important. Okay, silver. Similar, well, it's not similar chart, but anyways, we have this is the let's go all the way back. Excuse me. So silver has even underperformed a lot more than gold has. So this is the 2011 high, and as you can see, it has just underperformed insanely, right? This is the high at $50, and this is the high back in mid 2020 at around $30. Yeah, so you can still see, even though it's only roughly halfway to the all-time high, it is still way below when measured against M2. And now we see a somewhat similar thing, but on a shorter time frame. I've tried to sketch it here. You can see that this is the bottom in March, and then we had the high. Then we went in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 1, 2, and 3 lower lows, or spikes low. Very important. And now we get a test of the upper golden trend line here, down, and then we broke out. And now we're actually retesting the high here today, or this week anyways. So again, silver also to me is looking very bullish now. It still has a bit of work to do with this high here, but anyways, it has broken out. And for now at least, silver are in favor to outperform M2 month supply, which is very encouraging to me. So yeah, that's my take on it. Um, I really like these two ratios here. I use them. I look at them every week more or less, and I hope you will do the same because it's a fantastic tool to see how strong gold really is, not compared to the dollar, but to how much money or how many dollars they're printing, which is a different way of looking at it. So if we can outperform the amount of dollars being printed, then we can probably also start to outperform the dollar in the in the near term. So yeah, that's my take on things. Um, have a great evening. I don't know if I will be on tomorrow because I have a minor surgery that I need to have done. So I don't know how tired I will be. But anyways, I will get on if I can. If not, then we will probably see you on Friday or maybe in the weekends, depending on how it goes. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. As always, follow me, YouTube, Twitter, and all that good stuff. I highly appreciate it, and we will see you to the next one. Thanks. Bye, guys.